Okay.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Executive Cabinet Member meeting. Let's start with the agenda. Item 1 is monitoring of decisions. Ian?
That came to follow the standard report, and it's for any comments and observations by members.
Any question on this?
And Councillor Hewitt's indicating, Councillor Crum.
Councillor Hewitt?
Thank you, Councillor. Thank you, Councillor Cram. Just a quick one on the. It's on. I think it's page 4 of the monitoring report. It's at the top under the 13th of the 12th, 23. It was just around the collaboration agreement and feasibility study for the autonomous vehicle. I was at the recent GMCA B committee meeting. I was just asking officers there, sort of like, are they tying in, perhaps with John with John Dyson? They mentioned that they'd spoken, so I just wondered if there was any kind of update about it, because obviously we've gone past the deadline and it was just said that there's uncertainty around it at the moment. So if you could just expand on it, it'd be great.
Thank you, Councillor Hewitt. Duane, do you want to come on this?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. So, Councillor, yes, so we submitted the feasibility study before the deadline, 31st of October. It was a commitment of the previous. I know we keep talking about the previous government, and the current government have been in power a long time now, but it was a commitment of the previous government that these feasibility studies would go, providing the business case was robust, would go straight to a build and design phase. Because of the changes in the autumn budget, and we're waiting for the spring budget, which may be April, May now, but we're waiting for a confirmation within that whether this will be funded or not, to answer the question. So the intelligence at the moment is hopeful that we will certainly get some funding to move it to a detailed design phase, and then there's still uncertainty over whether there'll be funding to build it. But so when we submitted the feasibility study, you submit that to the Centre of, I can't remember what it's called, it's Seeker, but I can't remember what the acronym's for. But anyway, and it was administered by Innovate UK. It was well received. We had a meeting afterwards. They said the business case was a phenomenal business case. All the figures all stacked up. So they were very supportive of it going through to the next phase for design and build. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Duane. I don't see any other hands up, so let's move to the item 2, which is Director of Place Finance Report.
Yeah, I'm taking it, Chair. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. So this is the Q3 finance report for the whole of Directorate of Place. Just for members' information, the report reflects the old portfolios and not the recent change in the new portfolios. So the projected outturn position based on the old portfolios for the whole of the Directorate was £549,000. After planned movements to reserves. For this portfolio, there was one significant overspend or area variance to look at, which was highways. Key financial findings can be found on page 3, and service-specific findings can be found on Appendix 1. The executive member is requested to note the contents of the report and to approve any revisions in the capital programme and authorise the Directorate of Place to call off under a suitable framework up to £400,000. And I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Any questions on this? Councillor Hewitt.
Thank you, Councillor Cram. I don't know, maybe Janet can expand just sort of on the spend at the moment on the capital investment spend. Is it sort of underspent at the moment? To what level? And really just sort of is the move to sort of authorize those sort of like under 400k a way of trying to G that along, really?
It's probably, if you don't mind, Chair, it would probably be better for Duane to discuss around the capital programme, But as far as I'm aware, the position is as in there at the moment. We're not anticipating any major underspend at the Q3 because otherwise we would have profiled it into the following year. But Dwayne, I don't know if it's okay for you to answer some of the questions.
Yeah, thank you, Dwayne.
You're on mute, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, so thanks, Chair. Yes, so we will be, we have all of the capital programme is committed within, as in the DFT funding that we get through CRSTS. It's committed every year. There's very rarely any underspend. Some projects do pass into the next financial year because they span financial years, but it's very, very rare that we underspend on that capital programme. There's still, so the only funding that we're waiting for still from the 24-25 settlement was the additional £485,000 from Network North. That was a commitment, which is still to flow through, but I understand we're going to receive that in Q4. So we have budgeted and allocated the £485,000 within our spend profile anyway, and it's just it's going to be when we get the settlement through from TFGM, that will all sort itself out. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further question? No, I can't see any hands up. So report is noted and approved as recommended. And I think that concludes our meeting. Thank you for attending, everyone.
Thank you, Councillor Cram. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, councillors.
Thank you, Chair. Thanks, councillors.
I'll stop the recording.